bacteria.
Ma'am, excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, just time this side, ma'am.
For an online presentation, Ms. Reem Salih from Saudi Arabia gets the best paper award. Yeah, Dr. Sunitha will take the...
I'm Dr.Sunitha Agarwal from Dr. Agarwal Hospital's and Gene Research Foundation, and here we have brought together a convention called the International Society for Gene and Cell Therapy along with St. Joseph's College. This is a troubling time. This is the COVID time. However, we as medical personnel are the front runners of combating the COVID, and thus we need to hold such conventions as debate and discussion is what will make us come out of the COVID story. Thus, we need to have such kind of medical conventions. Here, we have maintained all kinds of COVID protocols. So there's social distancing, everybody seated one across the other, so there's an empty seat in between, sanitizers, masks, but even more important is technology. So we have in our midst a wonderful imaging where we have anybody with temperature, it'll show up red on the screen. So the infrared scanners will tell us if there's anybody with temperature. Along with that, we have another very big machine which uses negative ions and neutralizes the COVID virus. Thus, even nobody's going to walk in here with COVID because of all the protections that we already had, and we know how to deal with bacteria and viruses because we are doctors. Usually doctors won't land up with the same virus or bacteria because we know how to combat them. Thus, we know how to do this, and we have made sure that nobody walks in with COVID yet. Because this is an airborne disease, it can just come in the air, but because of that machine, it will neutralize it. So even if it's there in the air, you will not get COVID once you're in such kind of a COVID protocol convention. Now, why this convention? This convention is to discuss stem cells and genetics. The emphasis on this convention is cancer. Cancer usually occurs due to mutations which are genetically controlled. We at Dr. Agarwal's do have some kind of treatment where we take one drop of blood from the patient, make their own fetal DNA, fetal stem cells, give it back as injections to the patient. Thus, we are able to treat worst case scenarios like congenital errors, cancer, blindness, neurological deficit, liver disease, where usually conservative medical treatment doesn't hold many answers. Thank you. You have done a wonderful Jaganish for our council. Thank you.
ನಾವು ಯಾವುದೇ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್
ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ ಈವನ್ ನಾವು DNA ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಲಿ RNA ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಂಕಾಲಜಿ ಭಾಳ ಮುಖ್ಯ. ಕಿದ್ವಾಯಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಳ ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಅತಿಮಟ್ಟದ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಂಕಾಲಜಿ ಲ್ಯಾಬನ್ನು ಎಸ್ಟಾಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಇದೊಂದು ವಿಶ್ವಮಟ್ಟದ ಲ್ಯಾಬು. ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಎಲ್ಲನೂ ಸುಸ್ಥಿರವಾಗಿ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ. ಮುಂದಿನ ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕಿದ್ವಾಯಿ ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟಲಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲನೂ ಒಂದು ವಿಶ್ವಮಟ್ಟದ ಚಿಕಿತ್ಸೆ ಹಾಗೂ ಲ್ಯಾಬೊರೇಟರಿ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟಿಗೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲನೂ ದೊರೆತವೆ. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. Already planned my groundwork. He has done a lot of groundwork there, and on that basis I have taken it forward. Today we have the molecular oncology lab in Kidwai, probably the best in the world today. You name anything, it is possible today. That way, our robotic surgery, he was telling about it. See, it comes from open surgery, laparoscopic surgery, robotic surgery, and future will be artificial intelligence. Probably the robotic surgery, what I am doing today, the artificial intelligence can do tomorrow. You can just log in everything, fit into the body and leave it. The artificial intelligence will take care of the surgery also. And it can give a wrong signal, give the alarming signal the moment you commit a vital organ also. And this is the time probably you need to pick up and choose. And the way I had a dinner with one of my great friends, as a name scientist, he was telling me, the artificial intelligence can detect the female and the male iris in 98% of the cases. Imagine if somebody has COVID, you just take an X-ray and give it to the artificial intelligence, because the artificial intelligence will tell you whether this man has something called nivolumab, pembrolizumab. Heard of immunotherapy? Immunotherapy is going to be a basis for tolerating or probably sustaining COVID also. Immunotherapy will be the future of oncology. A day will come probably a man with better immunity, he can avoid even cancer also. So eat well, drink plenty of water, eat more vegetables, walk and walk only. And these days, the car will come in front of the house, drop in front of the college, or a vehicle will come into the house, drop in front of the college, and absolutely there is no say, don't use the elevators at your age. And you have to walk on whether it is 3 floors, 5 floors. The most important thing is the immunotherapy, immunity. Basic immunity is going to decide how you tolerate. Many times, a cell is getting converted into cancer in the body. So if you have a good immunity, you can prolong it for 5 to 10 years also. That is the basis of immunity. The future will be, have you heard of cloning? A day will come, you can choose a child with the Shah Rukh Khan's nose, Salman Khan's face, and Amir Khan's ear. This is going to be the future, cloning. You can decide, you can design everything in future. You can have cloning, probably is going to be future of the science and research. Another thing is the targeted therapy. When you have cancer, basically you have to target the cell which is involved with cancer, kill that. That is called target therapy. That is again in vogue now, and it's going to be probably developed better in future also. Another most important thing is when you sustain trauma, when someone involves in an accident or trauma, probably if somebody has a spinal cord injury, it's going to lead to paralysis of the body, either the right side, left side, or lower body or upper body. Can you join this? Is it possible? This is going to be an ultimate technology. The research is already going on. What is known as stem cells you put in between the broken spinal cord, it can grow back and give you function. Can you get a better treatment or a better evidence of stem therapy than this? That's going to be the future also. Stem cell therapy is not only in oncology is coming up. We are setting up one of the best bone marrow transplant unit in the country, and probably in future the probably Kidwai is going to become one of the best institutes for everything. You name anything in the world, it will be available now. One of this is the bone marrow transplant unit. Chain reaction. It involves in ISC, the DNA sequencing, RNA extraction, and so many things are involved in this. Coming to this, what is gene therapy? What have I understood about gene therapy? Is it been going on now? Yes, it is. The future of oncology will be gene therapy. It is a disciplinary branch of medicine which involves the study of genomics, the genetics, the computational biology, proteomics, and so many things. It helps in diagnosis, treatment, and most important thing is the research. And this is going to be the future of the science and medicine. The molecular oncology will be the backbone of oncology and backbone of medicine in future. Probably a day will come, a surgeon like me will be jobless. What I'm trying to say is my job will be probably to prove the diagnosis, confirm the diagnosis, probably do a vaccine database. The future will be the genomics, the genetic theory, the gene therapy, the cell therapy, stem cell therapy, and so on, go on, telling there is no end. It involves so many things.
Sorry, sir. Request.
Around 16 crores in a government setup. And he is leading Kidwai Cancer Institute from last 2.5 years.
Felicity Arjun.
So Arjun is one student who has moved up from student to faculty today.
Alright, he is really our Arjuna. Alright, Jennifer. We also have Bhuvaneshwari Verma, we have Lokesh, we have Hazira. There are many people, I don't remember some of the names. He is able to see now because of Sunitha Agarwal. Thank you, sir, for having spent some time with us in conference, bringing more than 1,000 delegates both online. Reverend Father Victor Lobo, our beloved principal, for giving us the... Sir, one second.
Now I would request Dr. Jairam Reddy to deliver the vote of thanks.